Hey there superstars, it's Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give, and today I'm bringing you a message, something that was kind of brought to my attention a couple of days ago when we had the monthly masterclass group coaching sessions. And I really wanted to share this with you guys. After that session, I actually had something else on top of the mind, but so many golden nuggets were had in that session. And Sam's in the house. Sam, this is from you, my friend. So Sam actually asked me the question the other day in our group coaching. He asked me something along the lines of, what the value was of going back into the past. And in a roundabout kind of way, really that question is, does digging up the past create more problems than it's worth? And I just thought it was such a phenomenal question to ask because I think so many people, my past self included, really thought this way, thought, sometimes digging up the past can make things way worse than they have to be. It's like, do we need to go back there? Can't we just, if we go back there, aren't we just bringing our past back, right into our present moment and therefore into our future? Or is there really value there? And so let me take it back to a position in my life, as a lot of you guys already know this part of my story, but I'm just going to reiterate it because we get new people all the time, and it's going to help to kind of illustrate what I'm talking about today with you guys. But there was a period in my life where everything happened at the same time. So at the very same time in my life, I left a nearly 5-year relationship. I had to leave my home. My job, I had to transition in my job into something that I really wasn't happy with. I also lost my very, very best girlfriend, and I went back to uni and I had to move back home with my parents, and I hadn't lived at home since I was 18, and I think at this stage I would have been about probably 22, I think I might have been about that. So anyway, all this stuff happened all at once, and it's what I like to call situational depression. That's what I experienced. So at the time, I just did not have a compelling future anymore. I didn't know, I didn't have the identity of my relationship. I didn't have the identity of my job. I didn't have the identity of my best friends. I didn't have the identity of where I lived, and everything was just totally shaken up, and I lost my vision of anything compelling in my future. I just had no clarity whatsoever, which is what I call situational depression. There's a lot of things happening in your life, and because of those things, you feel depressed because they're not how you want them to be, or you lack that clarity or whatever it is. And so at that period of my life, I didn't know anything about self-development whatsoever. And I remember going to my doctor at the time, and I just said, I just feel so sad. I feel really depressed. I don't know what to do. And he actually referred me to a psychologist. And so I went and saw this psychologist, and what a beautiful woman she was. And, at that time in my life, that was really helpful for me to just have some space where I could actually just talk out how I was feeling. And anyway, I remember at the time, different things that we'd do, she'd go back into the past. And sometimes when I had those sessions, I would come out the other side of them and I'd feel like it didn't feel better. I actually felt why did we have to go back to that? Why do we have to go and live into that and be reminded of that? And it didn't make me feel better. And, I remember having conversations with my mum who had that similar mindset, don't dig up the past, keep moving forward. And so it kind of, solidified that feeling in me, why do we do that? It's not helpful. It's actually creating more problems than it's worth. But as time went on, and I got into self-development and got into coaching and have gone through all the courses and lessons and all the learnings and experience that I've had so far, and also in particular over this last year, some of the courses that I've been going into, ultimately have given me some phenomenal tools in terms of allowing people to go back into their past and clear all that baggage so that they can create fuel for their future. And I've had that experience with these tools as well. And when the amazing Sam brought this question to me, about, well, is it worth going back into the past? Doesn't it just create more problems than it's worth? I was so grateful for the question, because my perception on this, I totally resonate with that mindset that it's going to create more problems. But my perception and my experience now is abso-friggin not. Abso-friggin-lutely not. However that's said. But at the end of the day, what I really mean is that going back into your past with structure, with an intention, with, the intention being, we're going to go back into the past and clear all those negative influences and influencers, those people and those circumstances in our past that we're still reacting to and responding to right now, because we haven't had a good quality process to actually bring that up to our level of, emotional intelligence and consciousness where we are right now, who's far beyond who we were in the past when, that experience happened to us. Maybe we were 5 years old. Maybe it was only 5 years ago. But at the end of the day, we've grown from that point and we haven't reflected back on that. So what's actually happening is that experience and that person's influence is still affecting us right now today, because we've not brought consciousness to it. And as you guys know, our conscious mind is only about 4 to 5% of our mind's capacity, and the 95 to 96%, which is, really just in our subconscious, that's really driving the show. It's why we say that 95% of what you respond to in the moment has nothing to do with actually what's in this present moment, and everything to do with the past. So if that is true, and we've been able to prove these kind of concepts, then wouldn't that suggest that we need a process in which we can go back with our level of consciousness right now? We can rewrite the past. We can go back to those moments in time that are still emotionally triggering for us, and we can rewrite the story with a higher level of consciousness so that we can actually be free to move forward. And I was actually having this beautiful conversation with one of my clients yesterday. She might even be on, I don't know. But ultimately, she used this beautiful analogy of she felt like where she was in her life right now was that she was like in her backyard in this big pit, and it just kept, she was trying so hard to crawl back out of it, but she could see soil was just being chucked back in there, and it was making it so hard for her to make any sort of traction and progress. And as we went through a session yesterday, which was a clarity session, so I dove into, anybody who's worked with me, you already know this, but when I have a new one-on-one coaching client, I get you to fill in a really in-depth questionnaire. I don't know how you guys do it, because it's 13 pages and it's super in-depth, and it covers so many different elements of your life and your past and all of that sort of stuff, which allows me to help create a structure and a program that's absolutely going to break through for you. And the funny thing is about that questionnaire is that the level of depth that you go into in that questionnaire, most people in your life who you've spent your entire life with have no idea the answers to those questions. And I get you to do that before we even start our coaching sessions. And because she was able to go in such depth and put her trust within me and open up so fully, we could hit the ground running and create such a beautiful structure for clearing different negative influences from her past, some hugely significant. And I actually asked her, because she mentioned that she's, done some counseling and things in the past, and there was some certain influences in her past that I thought, oh, she would have definitely touched on this, like come on. And I asked her, and she said, no, actually. And these were really significant, pivotal moments in her life where she could see at this pivotal moment in her life, this set off this chain of events that are still affecting her 20 years on. Okay, so I know from experience with my clients and with the programs that I've been in and in myself as well, that if you can have a process that allows you to go back in time, like traveling in a time machine, going back to those moments and not being scared of it. We're not going back there to live there. We're going back there so that we can clear it. We can see it from a whole different perspective, and that we can actually rewrite the story, give ourselves what we really thought we needed at that pivotal moment in life, and actually move forward with clarity, with taking the wisdom with us, you know, and that's what we get when we have a process of going back into the past, clearing it, and taking that wisdom with us into our future so that we can actually create the kind of life that is compelling for us and definitely exit what I call situational depression. So I hope that this has been valuable for you guys. I really want to hear from you guys. What is your perspective? You know, how do you feel about, you know, going back into the past? What's been your experience? Maybe you've gone through psychology. Maybe you've had coaches in the past. Has it worked for you, or has it created more problems for you than you really wanted? And any of you guys who feel like you have got definitely some sabotaging behaviors of any variety, if any of you are feeling like you are living below what you know is your highest potential, and you know you've got that inner voice that's going, oh, you know, like there is more here, but you know, you're fearful, or you don't know if you have the clarity or the direction or the courage to go in a more inspiring direction, then I would really invite you to, at bare minimum, join the monthly masterclasses, because I give you guys the tools and the strategies to go through this sort of stuff. But if you really want to clear this stuff for real and you'd love to go really deep, I have actually opened up 2 positions in my coaching. I didn't even know I was going to talk about this today, but I've opened up 2 positions that I had some other plans that I was going to go through with you guys. But right now I'm really feeling called to go really deep, because I've got some absolutely phenomenal, beautiful one-on-one clients that are just inspiring my socks off completely right now. And I'm like, I want more of this. So I would love, if that is something that is interesting to you, to please reach out to me, and we can jump on a call and see if it'd be a good fit, and I'll see how I can serve you to higher degrees. But you're going to have to come traveling with me around the world, because I'm going to be taking off to Europe shortly. So you'll be coming on an adventure with me with coaching as well. So let me check in with you guys. I can't wait to see who's joined. I've got Sam, yay, and Victoria and Katrina and Lucy, yay, lovely to see you guys, and Gregory and Mohammed, and Tanya's in the house, and Victoria, hello to you, and Judy, and much love to you, Gregory, and Sam, looking so gorgeous, babe. I loved you jumping. Yeah, I was doing my skipping earlier on. It was good because actually got a bit of sunshine. It all, like, you know, yesterday was so cold here, and I'm just like soaking it up outside. It's so beautiful. So thanks, Sam. And Emma's here, and Dawn, and Mohammed, and Coralie, and Morris, and Emma, much love to you, and Lachlan, and Lucy, and Dawn, so glad to catch you live. Yay, I love having you here, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow in our community catch-up. Going to be so, so good. And Ruiti, same, I got that too. Love that this was resonating with you, Ruiti. And Sam, loved your feedback about the question. Your wisdom and answer made sense. You rock, superstar. Oh, so much love for you, Sam. You're such a superstar. And thanks for being my muse for today's message. And Philippe is here, and Ruiti, just like me, still going through with it. Yeah, absolutely, Ruiti. So I like to think of being in states of situational depression as just not seeing a compelling future for yourself. And when you're inspired, when you're alive in life, it's ultimately, oh, there's some weird sun coming in. It's ultimately because you absolutely have clarity of a compelling future for yourself, and you believe in its potentiality, you know? So I'm always getting people to focus when they feel like they're in a state of depression. One of the things I get you to focus on predominantly is creating a compelling future for yourself, because without that, of course you're going to be depressed. If you don't feel like you're moving in the direction of something that inspires you, you're going to get some sort of situational depression, absolutely. So I appreciate you sharing that, Ruidi. And Sam, I love that you're saying hi to beautiful Dawn, and some pointers, Ruidi. Yeah, so let me know. Write me a message and let me know what you're currently going through. Give me some background. I'd love to hear that. And Kuno's here, and yay, and Huss is in the house, I love it, and Jitendra, and Vanessa, awesome, and you're loving my ponytail, thanks, Sam. And Jitendra, I think I said it right, absolutely right. I'm loving that this is resonating with you. And Vanessa, hi Vanessa, good, you're enjoying the beautiful sun here today. Aren't we living it up in Melbourne today? Oh yeah, sunshine. I don't know how long it's going to last. I think it's going to be freezing this week. But with you, Vanessa. And Sonola's here. And Emma and Josie and Tabby and Patrick and Sam. Wow, 13 pages questionnaire. It's like writing a biography. It absolutely is. I don't know, like every time I give it to, I actually made myself go through and answer all of these questions myself, because I was like, oh my God, I feel like awkward asking people to fill in something that like, I don't know if I'd have the stamina to fill in. So I made myself do it, and I'm so grateful. It shows me as well the level of commitment that my one-on-one coaching clients have, because I can only help and support somebody to the degree that they are committed to their own success. And filling out a 13-page questionnaire proves to me how committed they are to break through, and their honesty. And it just allows us to build such a deep connection before we even get started. So I love it, Sam. Yes, and Huss, more wisdom from EP. I love it. Hopped on a little late, but I'll get caught up after this. Awesome, Huss. I love having you here. Haven't gone sock shopping yet, but I certainly need to with you in my friendship group. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And Tanya, sounds a successful process. It absolutely is, Tanya. It is super phenomenal. And actually, just quietly, I've got on the back burner, I've got so many amazing creative ideas that I want to jump into right now with you guys. I've actually come up with something really cool that's going to, like I've said, so many of you guys have been reaching out to me in terms of, and I know you as well, Tanya, have reached out to me in terms of how you can get access to these clearing processes outside of just my one-on-one coaching clients. And I've actually come up with a really cool plan that I can't wait to share with you guys. So I love it. And Mosen, the place you're in is great today. Thank you, Mosen. Yes, it's beautiful and sunny. And Anesh is here, and Dawn. What does EP stand for, Us? I'll let him tell you. I love it. And Maria, the roots are very important. They can clear why we do what we do now, what limited us before, and still thank you for the inspiration. Maria, you are so on point, and I so appreciate your beautiful words of wisdom there. And I'm grateful that you find some inspiration here today. Absolutely. You know, they are so definitely the roots. You know, they are that thing that just kind of holds us back and limits our growth, you know. So it doesn't really work with that analogy, but absolutely you are spot on though. We need to get to the root of the challenge so that we can, you know, cut ties, and all that energy drain that's going back in the past, we can capture it and generate the fuel to move forward with confidence and inspiration and actually reach for our highest potential. I love that, Maria. And Sam, please say more about situational depression. It's fascinating to understand it. Absolutely, Sam. So I don't know when you wrote that. I don't know if I already covered this for you, but ultimately situational depression is not a chemical imbalance per se. It is the things and situations in your life currently that are creating the depression. So I like to see things like a depression or any sort of negative emotion that you get trapped in ultimately is your health. It is so valuable for you. It's why I just do not agree, because from my own personal experience, I'm not saying this for everybody, and I'm certainly not a doctor, but from my own personal experience, I do not agree with things that cloud that judgment in terms of you feeling bad. You feel bad for a reason. It's here to serve you. It's here to wake you up, to make some changes. It's here to alert you to the fact that you're not moving in the right direction. You're holding yourself back. You're not living to your potential. You're not living from inspiration. You know, you're too focused on the external, whatever it is, you know. So that's what I feel about depression, because you have a pill that kind of covers up how you really feel, and then you're not motivated to actually make some changes. You know, sometimes that pain is really valuable for us to get moving and break through so that we can live to our highest potential. And definitely thinking about situational depression as, you know, we all have a blueprint, a model of the world as we wish for it to be. And any time that vision for your blueprint of how you think life should be is different to your current reality, you're going to experience some form of situational depression, because the situation is, it's not matching your ideal. It's not matching how you think life should be, you know. So that is what creates that. So that's just a short synopsis on what situational depression is, Sam, but I hope that that was helpful. And Victoria, my counselor has done that with me using EMDR. It really does work, seeing it from a different perspective. EMDR. I'm not picking up what that is. Emotional, I don't know. Let me know, because I'd be really interested. And yeah, exactly. Life is about, everything in life is perspective. You know, the way that you feel is based on the perspective that you're holding. That's why it's so important to realize that every thought that comes into your mind must be questioned. You know, if you just sit here and you believe every thought that enters your mind, you're never going to live intentionally. So that is why I love so many of the greats out there. All of their work is based on giving you processes to question your reality, to question your thoughts, so that you can intentionally choose what you believe. You can intentionally see all perspectives and choose the one that is most empowering for you to move in the direction that you actually want to move in. A great one is Byron Katie, The Work. I haven't mentioned her for a while, but absolutely, if you guys haven't heard of Byron Katie, I did a beautiful interview with her just last year when I was over in Salt Lake City. She is just, just phenomenal. And if you want free, amazing resources, go to thework.com. And you will find a really simple process that will allow you to shift perspectives exactly like what you're talking about there, Victoria. Select an empowering perspective and move in the direction you actually want. So I love that. And Alan's here, and Huss, Exotic Princess Dawn. I love it. And Katrina, yes, please, I'm interested. I love that, Katrina. So if you just want to shoot me a quick message in terms of where you are in the world, I would love to organize a time. We'll jump on a call, and I can't wait to meet you and see if we might be a good fit. That'd be awesome. And Dawn, I love it. You're having a laugh there. And Joel's here. And Sam, what other training plans you got under your belt? So inspired to tap into your genius and infinite wisdom. Well, Sam, seeing as you and Dawn and Huss and who else have I got? I don't know if I've got any of you other guys. I don't know. Maybe I missed you. But everybody who's been through the 8-week empowerment program, we've got a community catch-up tomorrow. I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to let you guys in on a little bit of what I got in store, because it's going to take you next level based on the 8-week empowerment program that you've already been through. It is the next level, and I am really, really pumped and excited, because I know you guys are just phenomenal human beings, and you're such a beautiful team. You guys meet each other up around the world. I know you guys connected, and you just light up my world. So I want to just take you on the most amazing journey. Can't wait to share. And Dawn, she is our EP, beautiful and inspiring. Oh, I got so much love for you, beautiful Dawn. And Darren, you look lovely, and I'm having trouble right now choosing the right girlfriend right now. Thank you so much for your kind compliments. And my advice for you, Darren, is to simply get clear on what you're looking for. You know, get intentional. What does it look like? What does your most ideal relationship look like? What does your most ideal partner look like? Not just look like, but I mean, like, who is she or he? What? Oh, girlfriend. Okay, who is she? You know, and also, you know, who do you need to be in order to attract somebody that you truly desire and step fully into it? And that is your greatest filtering process that you could ever hope to have in terms of selecting the right girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever you're choosing. So I love that. And Abhishek is here. And Sam, are you still going to do psychology class next month? Yes, Sam, it is definitely going to happen. I'm not planning on doing it next month. So, okay, let me just give you guys a little recap. So a lot of things changed in my life over the recent month or so. When I decided I needed to get out, I needed to go exploring, I needed to get into some adventure. I was feeling kind of too routine, and that I feel like it's like edging up. So I've got another couple of weeks, probably 3 weeks, I think, until I'm going to actually head overseas. But I have this deep feeling within me that it's what I need to do in this short term. And going into that 12-day silent meditation, I just feel like I'm going to tap into something phenomenal. And that after that point is when I'm going to unleash with so many different things that I've got in store for you guys. But I've got a couple of little other things that I want to go into. But yes, I can definitely confirm that I'm going to be doing a course around personality psychology, no doubt about it. But in terms of the date for it, I will definitely keep you posted. And I so appreciate your question, Sam, and I can't wait to take you through that. And how did you the EP? I love it. And Alex is here, and and Katrina. Just like physical pain is there to alert you, so is emotional pain. Our bodies are amazing. I could not agree with you more. Beautiful. Absolutely, Katrina, you are so spot on. You are absolutely talking my language. You know, that's why, like, don't dull down the pain. What is it here to present for you? What is the gift? You know, albeit wrapped in sandpaper. You know, it doesn't feel comfortable to open up that gift, but there's a gift there. And when we can have the courage to face the fear and face the pain and feel beyond it, that is where we can actually break through, rather than get trapped in that same old cycle that, you know, that inner voice that knows there's something much, much grander and much, much better to live into, you know, it just keeps getting louder and louder. And then we just want to dull it down with drugs or whatever our addiction is, you know. So absolutely, Katrina, I love that you're so on point with that. And Paveen's here, and Michael, and Victoria, eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing. Oh, you've just brought up a funny memory of mine. One of my coaching friends actually did this process on me, and it was actually really, really really kind of crazy, because it actually did work, and you wouldn't think that it would. I can't even remember the thing. You just dug up that memory for me. But thank you so much for sharing there, Victoria. I love that. And Huss as well. I love it. And Mondeur, bonjour. I can't wait to get to France. And Sam, got it. Thank you for the feedback. You always blow my socks away by your vast wisdom and transmission. So much love for you, Sam. Losing socks left, right, and center with you guys. And Dawn, yay, I'm so ready. Oh, so excited. And Nikki's here, and Sam, yay, can't wait for tomorrow to let the cat out. Boom. Party time. And Mondeur, hello to you. And Dawn, love it. And Sam, how do you pack for so many months travel? Oh, that's such a funny question to ask, because when I traveled for 10 months non-stop around Europe back in 2015, I literally had like the biggest suitcase. Like it was probably like this big, and it was so heavy, and I had another one. So I had like 2 suitcases, and luckily for me, I knew people who lived in France, because halfway through the travel it was just way too much, and so I could actually leave most of my stuff at their place, and then I just kept coming back through France when I needed different things. Because the funny thing about Europe is you got to pack for like all seasons. Like you got the snow you got to deal with, and you know, all sorts of stuff. So you got to have your winter and your summer and your spring and your autumn outfits, like whatever. So yeah, I'll let you know how I go, but I'm going to try and be a lot more intelligent about how I pack this time round. And Ariel, I'm fell then way too. Sometimes I'm frustrated and I get hovered. Oh, I'm not totally sure if I'm picking up what you're putting down there, Ariel. But let me know if you can clear that up, and I'd love to help you. And Victoria, yes, it's so awesome. It's great for clearing past issues. I love that you're onto that, Victoria. That's so, so cool. All right, guys, I am really hoping that today's message has served you and got you thinking about how actually going back into the past can be your greatest access to the energy and fuel that you're going to need to get to the future that you know you can create. And if you don't yet have those tools and you're really interested in getting access to those, or if you would love to work personally with me so that I can help you break through, that's what I love doing. And like I said, I've opened up 2 positions for my one-on-one coaching right now. So if that's of interest to you, definitely reach out to me and we'll get on a call and we'll see if we're a good fit. All right, I am signing off. So as always, I'm sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, and today's message has served you and empowered you, got you thinking differently, maybe shifted your perspective, and I can't wait to connect with you guys tomorrow. And much love to you, Sam and Huff. See you tomorrow, EP. Much love, Dawn and Sam. See you soon. I can't wait to see you guys. Sending you all my love, and I will see you all tomorrow.